Hi, second graders. Mrs. Posh here again today for math. We are on 6-4. Our math objective today, I can count by ones and tens, add and subtract 10 from a number, and read and write number names for 3-digit numbers. Our language objective, I can explain how I know what the next number is when counting by ones and tens. So if we take a look at page 335 in our workbook, we are counting by ones. So 396, 397. If I get one more one, I'm at 398, then 399. Once I hit 99, I know my next number is another 100. So if I have 300, it's going to be 400. Then another one would be 401, 402, 403, 404. Let's try the next one, 594. If I get one more one, my 4 changes to a 5, so 595, 596, 597, 598, 599. I know after 99 is 100, so my 500 becomes a 6. So 600, 601, 602. So top part, you're going to continue with the rest of this on your own later, and you are going to just simply be counting by ones. Remember that when you get to the end, if your number does not match, so let's say we get to the end and the next number is not the number you see here, make sure that you go back and check to see where you made your mistake. Down at the bottom, you're going to be counting by tens. So think 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So whenever we hit 90, we're going to be making a new 100. So if we start here, 460, 470, 480, 490. Now our 100's going to go up by 1. So instead of 400s, we're going to have 500, 510, 520, 530, 540. 370, 380, 390. I'm at 90. One more 10 is going to make it another 100. So instead of 300, we will have 4 in our hundreds place. So 400, 410, 420, 430, 440, 450. At the bottom, you're going to continue practicing counting on by tens. Remember, once you hit that 90, then your hundreds are going to change. You're going to be making a new 100. On this slide, we have to count from 460 to 540 by 10. So I have 100, 200, 300, 400, 450, 460. If I keep counting on by tens, I'm at 460, 470, 480, 490, 500. Those 10 tens make a new 100. So I boxed them up to show that that's going to be a new 100. So now we're at 500. 510, 520, 530, 540. On this page, we have to try adding mentally. So if I have 750 and in my head I have to add 10 more, I want to think, ooh, I have 700. I have 700. I have 5 tens, but if I get one more 10 instead of 5 tens, I'm going to have 6 tens and no more ones. On my next one, I have 628. I know I have 6 hundreds, 2 tens, and 8 ones. So my 600s are going to stay the same. I'm going to get 2 tens plus one more 10. 2 plus 1 is 3 tens plus those 8 ones. So 638. My next one, I have 586, and I'm going to be adding 10 more. So I know 568 is 5 hundreds, 8 tens, and 6 ones. So I have 500. My 8 tens plus one more 10 is 9 tens, and then I still have those 6 ones. So 596. And then I have 792 and I'm adding 10 more. So I know that, oh, this one's going to be tricky. I see that I have a 9 in the tens place. If I get one more 10, those 9 tens plus one more 10 makes 10 tens. And I know that 10 tens makes another 100. So on this one, I know I'm going to have 800 Don't have any tens because I just made all my tens into a new 100, and then I get my 2 ones, so 802. I'm going to do a few more, adding by 10, so 594, and I get another 10. I see 9 tens plus 10, one more 10 is 10 tens, so I'm going to have 600, no tens, and then those 4 ones, so 604. 396 plus 10, again I'm going to make another 100. 9 tens plus another 10 is 10 tens, and 10 tens always makes 100, so I'm going to have 406. Here I have 472, and I get another 10. This time I see I have 7 tens, plus one more 10 is only 8 tens, so my hundreds are not going to change, so I'm going to have 482. My 7 plus one more gives me those 8 tens, so 482. All right. We're going to do some subtracting by 10 mentally as well. So I'm going to take a look here. 840 is made up of 8 hundreds, 4 tens, and 0 ones. So if I take away one of my tens, I'm going to be taking away 1 in my 10 spot here. So I'm going to have 800 still, but 4 minus 1 is 3, so 830. I have 285, and again I have to take away 1 out of the tens place. I know my 8 is my tens, so 8 minus 1 is 7. So instead of 8 tens, I'm going to have now 7 tens. Still have those 200s, but now I only have 7 tens, and I still have those 5 ones, so 275. I have 342, and I have to take away 10, so I still have my 300. I'm going to take away 1 from my 4. I know 4 minus 1 is 3, and then I still have my 2 ones, so 332. I have 503, and I have to take away 10. I don't have any 10s to take away, so I'm going to have to take and think. If I take 1 of the hundreds away, that gives me 10 tens. So if I have 10 tens and I take away 1 of those tens, I'm going to have 9 tens, but I took away 1 of those hundreds, so it's going to be 493. That one's a tough one because we are taking away, we have to ungroup one of those hundreds in order to take away a 10. We're going to try a couple more. We have 206. Again, I don't have any 10s to take away, so I'm going to have to ungroup one of my hundreds. So I'm going to only have 100. I'm going to have now 10 tens, and I'm going to take away 1 of them, so it's going to be 9. And I still have those ones, so 196. I have 507. Again, if I have to take away a 10, I can't, so I'm going to ungroup one of my hundreds. So now I'm going to have 4 hundreds. I'm going to have 10 tens. Take away one of those tens, it leaves me with 9, and then my 7 ones, so 497. I have 391, and I have to take away 10. This time I do have a 10 to take away, so I still have my 300. 9 tens minus 1 tens is 8 tens, and I still have my 1 1, so 381. On this page, we're going to practice writing the number words. So if I have the number 6, I'm going to look up here, and I'm going to find that word 6, and I'm going to write it on the line. I have to do 506. So I'm going to start by looking at my 100, and I see 500 is right here. So 500. I don't have any tens, but I do have 6. So I'm going to do 506. I'm going to clone this so I have a text box. Next one I need is 30. If I take a look up here, I'm going to find that number 30 right here, and I'm going to copy down that word 30. If I have 530, I'm going to clone this one. I'm going to have 500. So I look for my 500 here. Here's my 500, but this time I don't have 506, I have 530. So I find where my 30 is, and I write my 30. 47, remember this is a 2-digit number. If I remember from 2-digit numbers, we need to put a hyphen between our 10s and our 1s. So I'm going to start by looking for 40. So I'm going to clone this, and I'm going to write 40, and then I need that hyphen, and then the number 7, and I can find that number 7 right here. 547, so I'm going to keep my 500, but now I have to write 47. So here's how we did 47. So 40-7, just like that. On today's back side of our worksheet on page 336, we have that same graphic up here where we can see the ones, the teen numbers, the tens, and the hundreds. You're going to read the number words and write down the 3-digit number. Then you're going to look at the 3-digit number and write the number name. I'm expecting these to be spelled correctly, so make sure you're looking up here to see how to spell the words. Down at the bottom, check for understanding says write a 3-digit number. Trade with a friend, write the number name for your friend's 3-digit number. You can simply do this one with mom or dad. If you want to do this one on Seesaw, you can pick a 3-digit number and you can show on Seesaw how you write the number name for the 3-digit number. So again, 335 and 336 in your workbook today. Check on the Some More link for the other pages for math today. All right, I will see you next time.